Do you know how much carbon dioxide your lifestyle produces every year? I'm talking about everything. Your car, your home's electricity, the food you eat, those flights you take, even your online shopping habits. It all adds up to a number, and that number is your carbon footprint. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to calculate it, step by step. And more importantly, I'll show you how to shrink it without giving up the comforts you enjoy. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly where your biggest impact comes from and which changes actually matter. Ready to find your number? Let's get started. So, what exactly is a carbon footprint? Think of it as the total amount of greenhouse gases, mainly carbon dioxide, that you are personally responsible for. It's usually measured in tons per year. This includes direct emissions, like the exhaust from your car, and indirect emissions, like the energy used to manufacture that new phone you bought. We can break it down into a few key areas: your home energy consumption, your transportation habits, your food choices, your travel, all the stuff you buy, and the waste you produce. It might sound complicated, but a great way to think about it is like a financial budget. Instead of tracking dollars and cents, you're tracking emissions. By understanding where your emissions are spent, you can identify the biggest areas and make smart decisions to save them. This isn't about feeling guilty. It's about getting empowered with knowledge. Once you know your impact, you can take control of it. Let's begin with the first and often biggest category, your home energy. This is where you live, and it's a huge chunk of most people's personal emissions. To figure this out, you'll need to do a little detective work. Start by gathering your monthly power bills. These will tell you how many kilowatt hours of electricity you use. Next, look at your heating. Do you use natural gas, heating oil, or something else? Your utility bills will have this information too. Also, consider the source of your energy. Are you on a standard grid, or do you have solar panels or subscribe to a green power plan from your utility company? These details are crucial. Simple changes at home can make a massive difference. Think about switching to energy-efficient appliances when your old ones break, adding insulation to your attic and walls, swapping out old incandescent bulbs for LEDs, and even just sealing drafts around windows and doors. Upgrading your home's efficiency is one of the most powerful ways to dramatically reduce your carbon footprint, and it often saves you money on your bills too. Now, let's move on to step 2, transportation. How you get from point A to point B matters a lot. This category includes your daily commute, errands, road trips, and of course, air travel. To get a handle on this, you'll need to track a few things. First, your car. How many miles or kilometers do you drive per year? What's its fuel efficiency? And what kind of fuel does it use? Gas, diesel, electric? If you don't drive, how do you get around? Track your use of public transit, like buses and trains. They're generally much more efficient per person than a private car. And then there's the big one, flying. How many flights did you take last year? And what were the distances? It's shocking, but a single long-haul flight, say from New York to London and back, can produce more emissions than an entire year of driving for the average person. So, when you're adding up your transportation footprint, be honest about your air travel. It's often the single largest contributor for people who fly regularly. Next up, step 3, your food and diet. What's on your plate has a surprisingly significant impact on your carbon footprint. The entire food system, from farm to fork, generates greenhouse gases. This includes agriculture, processing, transportation, and refrigeration. Different foods have vastly different impacts. Generally, red meat like beef and lamb, along with dairy products, have the highest carbon footprints. This is because cows and other ruminants produce methane, a potent greenhouse gas, and it takes a lot of land and resources to raise them. In contrast, plant-based foods like vegetables, fruits, grains, and legumes have a much lower environmental impact. You don't have to go fully vegan overnight, but even small shifts, like introducing a meatless Monday, can make a real difference. And don't forget about food waste. When you throw away food, you're not just wasting the food itself. You're also wasting all the energy and resources that went into growing, shipping, and cooking it. Planning your meals and using up your leftovers is a simple but effective way to cut down your food-related emissions. Let's talk about step 4, all the stuff you buy and the waste you create. Think about it. How often do you buy new clothes, electronics, furniture, or gadgets? Every single product has a hidden carbon footprint from its manufacturing process. Extracting raw materials, factory production, and global shipping all consume enormous amounts of energy. The fast fashion industry, for example, is a huge contributor. So is the constant cycle of upgrading our smartphones and other electronics. To estimate this part of your footprint, think about your shopping habits over the past year. Did you make any large purchases? How much do you spend on non-essential items? The key here is to consume more consciously. Ask yourself if you really need something new, or if you could buy it secondhand, repair what you already have, or borrow it instead. Also, consider your waste. How much trash do you generate? Do you recycle and compost? Using reusable products like water bottles, coffee cups, and shopping bags, and choosing items with minimal packaging are all small but powerful ways to reduce the impact of your consumption. Okay, you've gathered all your data, your energy bills, your travel logs, and a sense of your diet and shopping habits. Now for step 5, which makes this whole process super easy. Use an online carbon footprint calculator. There are many great reputable ones out there, and I'll link a few of my favorites in the description below. You simply plug in the numbers you've collected for each category. These calculators are designed to do all the complex math for you. Once you've entered your information, they will typically give you a fantastic summary. You'll see your total yearly emissions, often measured in tons of CO2 equivalent. Many will also show you how your footprint compares to the average for your country or even the world. The most useful part is the breakdown. You'll see a chart or graph showing you exactly which areas, home energy, transport, food, are your biggest problem areas. This is the aha moment. It points you directly to where you can make the most meaningful changes. So, you've calculated your footprint and you know your biggest impact areas. Now, how do you cut that number down fast? The key is to focus on the big wins. Don't stress about every tiny detail at first. Target the activities that are responsible for the largest chunks of your emissions. For many people, the biggest wins come from a few key areas. First, driving less. Can you walk, bike, or take public transit for some of your trips? Can you carpool or combine errands? Second, flying less. This is often the single most effective action you can take. Consider train travel for shorter distances or plan vacations closer to home. Third, switch your energy provider. See if you can opt into a green energy plan that uses wind or solar power. Fourth, eat more plant-based meals. As we discussed, reducing meat and dairy consumption can have a huge impact. Fifth, insulate your home. It's a one-time investment that cuts your heating and cooling emissions for years. And finally, simply buy fewer new things. Embrace secondhand, repair what you own, and resist impulse purchases. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about making conscious choices. Small changes, when stacked together, create huge results over time. Measuring your carbon footprint isn't about guilt. It's about gaining power. Once you see the numbers, you gain the knowledge and the ability to change them. You can make informed decisions that align with your values and contribute to a healthier planet. Every small step you take is part of a larger, collective effort. If you're looking for tools and products that can help you live a greener life, from smart energy monitors to compost bins and awesome reusable swaps, I've put some affiliate links to products I trust in the description below. Using them helps support this channel at no extra cost to you. I hope this guide has empowered you to take the first step. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, please give this video a like and subscribe for more sustainable living lessons. I'll see you in the next one.